son of a gun. Yep, the old check engine light's on, but I know why, and I'm going to explain why, and maybe it'll keep someone else from making this mistake. Because it's something I knew, and it was in the back of my head, in my brain, and I just kind of forgot about it. What are you going to do? So, you guys know the transmission on this thing took a crap, and I replaced that, and that turned out okay. New one's working pretty good. We got about 1,500 miles on it so far, and it seems to be functioning perfectly, and no problems. Great. But, this thing's had a little bit of a shimmy in it at about 60 miles an hour for a little while, and I was pretty sure it was inner tie rods. So I ordered new inner tie rods and outer tie rods while I was at it, and replaced those, and took it to get an alignment, and voila, what do you know, we're good to go. But while I was working on the tie rods, I went for a test drive, and I thought I heard an exhaust leak starting. And when I did the transmission, I thought I saw a spot in the exhaust, but I was kind of like, this looks like it might, need to be replaced sometime soon. But, so I went ahead and I didn't think anything of it, but then it got really loud during a test drive, and I was like, holy crap. So I came back in and crawled under there and took a peek, and the oxygen sensor, the second oxygen sensor, was just kind of dangling there, and the studs for the nuts were just sticking up with no nuts on them, and I was like, well, crap, I guess those friggin' nuts just rusted away, and there was really nothing left there to hold it on. So anyway, the studs looked fine, so I went to the auto parts store. I was kind of in a rush because I was going somewhere else, and I was like, oh, I need it. Like the surface between the oxygen sensor and the exhaust pipe was a little crusty looking. I was like, oh, I need to seal that up. And this is where I messed up. If you don't know this, take note of it now so that you don't make this mistake. But you never want to put RTV gasket sealer on any part of the exhaust system. And the reason is, the fumes from the RTV, when it's curing, actually coats the oxygen sensor and ruins it. So I took a $2 repair, reinstalling the oxygen sensor, and I've turned it into a $50 repair. It sucks. I knew that when I did it. I wasn't thinking, you know what I mean? It's kind of one of those things like, you know better, but it's not something you do every day. I mean, I used to do it every day. It was something that I knew when I was a mechanic. I was like, that was just common knowledge. Everybody knew that, But if you don't do that stuff every single day, you kind of forget a little bit. So I forgot, and I messed up, and I put RTV on my thing, and it's dickered. So check engine light's on. I just got to get an oxygen sensor. I'm just kind of, I don't know, I spent a lot of money on this thing last month with the transmission, so I'm just waiting a little bit. It doesn't hurt anything. It's just, actually what the code is it doesn't think the catalytic converter's working, which doesn't affect how the truck runs. It's just an emissions thing. So anyway, that was my screw up, and I just wanted to let you guys know because, what the hell? Nobody's perfect, and I figured it might help somebody else out. And if you didn't know that, now you know. Now you know. If you don't know, now you know.